myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right up. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Wilson's pass.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick
it's up good. And good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Right after.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Seattle.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
On the play.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll roll him out right. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 32 on the play. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a third down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun give to Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Fournette running out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Seahawks.
There's Wilson to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Wilson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Chiefs 28.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
The 16-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake.
Kenyon Drake on the carry.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Wilson's pass.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. From the gun, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Fumble on the play.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 48-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he returns this to the 22. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Eli Apple on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Now Drake. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Ball carrier.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
You better be afraid of me. Switch. 56. Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Man, I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
White on the tackle. 2 yards on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, Wilson. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
At their own 22-yard line.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, quick hitter here, it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
In the 3rd quarter of play.
We're back now in KC.
48.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
Complete to Colby Parkinson.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game. But it won't alter the final score.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighed.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he puts it through.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule. Because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. Cup and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Come on.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out.
Wilson.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's taken down, a cheap sack. Bud Dupree getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing number.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the open man is Westbrook.
Wilson's pass.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister.
Wilson's pass complete to Jacob Hollister.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Russell Wilson sacked. A loss of 12.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Seahawks,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They